has at long last hope finally awakened, and can for finally this despair be destroyed, so there can be some hope for the heroes now. Yes, this is me, the angry anime fan. Sorry about this. Sorry, my nose wasn't agreeing with me currently. And this is the Nanatsu no Taizai, chapter 280. The most unthinkable thing just happened. A fairy actually became a man. And I'm joking that because of all the fairies I have seen so far, not a single one of them have ever grown that size. I mean, I've seen old tree beards, but not at the size of a young teenager. Either way, we see a sad scene of the deceased comrades of King as they wait for the king they believe in Nirvana. Oslo absorbs the attack but unfortunately dies in the process. A very sad scene indeed. So many precious people to the king all die. But unfortunately, despite having stopped that one attack, that is of course not enough to stop Mael's madness, as he then fires off a new attack that called Light Jewel of Love. Diana tries to absorb the power with her Gideon, seeing that since it's revealed that Rita had a special ability too, it only makes sense that Gideon had a special ability too. It's called Lightning Rod, and it can redirect any attack magic and direct it into the earth. However, it's a spell though that Diana is not so fond of using, because if she redirects it into earth, all the creatures that live in it will also end up getting hurt. And seeing this is a massive attack, well, the more she absorbs, the more she will destroy the earth, and eventually they does, and they all begin to fall. Elizabeth managed to grab Diana, and despite her frames turns out to be pretty strong, as she can almost barely just grab onto and stay afloat with Diana. Are all goddesses that powerful? I have no idea. Hawk tries to catch up to King while morphing into something as the dead body of Dedere falls down. King, having his BSD moments, mentions all the comrades that have believed in him, while he is saying that he is a coward and a failure of a king, and even felt like he betrayed Gloxnia's expectation. But then he remembers Diana's words. And strangely, well, that's not exactly that strange, but those words are actually the only words that makes him snap out of his funk. And realizing that he promised that he wanted to Diana that he would marry her, as well as protect her, he decides that he has to become a man, the man of Harlequin, the king of king. So, and the small wings on his back almost begins to respond to him as Niall approaches Elizabeth, apparently still intending on taking her despite having lost himself in madness. Suddenly a new attack sent Niall flying a bit, and it is King, having finally fully grown his fairy wings, not to mention getting a growth spurt added. He's no longer in the body of a child, no, now he has the body of a teenager, and he has glorious butterfly wings, as the voice of Gloxnia recalls that if when your wings fully formed and grown, you will be the strongest fairy king in history. And so the Harlequin, the fairy king, as well as king of the seven deadly sins powers, are now truly fully awakened. So please prove it this time. Please say this is enough. I'm tired of seeing despair always winning. It's about time that the angel of death die, or at least having his commandments stolen from him, whatever, just so that he can face the punishment for everything he has done. Because next chapter is called The Fairy King versus the Angel of Death. So, well, let's see. He has zero strength, but at least he has tremendous magic. Also, a side question this time reveals that the fairies are not born from each other. I mean, they clearly can fall in love, but according to a question they asked, how are fairies born? And according to the author, they are born from flowers and trees, naturally. However, King and Diana were born. No, King and Elaine were born from the holy tree, which is probably why they were while he was chosen to become the king of the fairies. I think all the fairy kings were born from the holy tree, and why his magic is pretty special. So yeah, he has grown into a body of an adult now with a pompadour, a hairdo to boot. So will this be enough to end the despair? Who the frick knows, right? Who the frick knows? At least this better is than some other chapters. Some emotion here and there. Elizabeth has to get some praise there for really grabbing onto Diana and not letting her go, despite the fact that she is very heavy and all that stuff. So yeah, but now what awaits us? No idea. But you can give me your thoughts if you have any. Like and subscribe if you want to.